subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Hi friends, how are y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a little chat back and forth. If you've been here a while, you know this year I set my goal to weight loss mode, whereas last year I was on maintenance on Weight Watchers, and this year I wanted to lose a few more pounds. However, if you've been paying attention, that the pounds are not coming off as easily as they did my first time in weight loss mode several years ago. Luckily for me, I had lost a total of like 40 pounds back then, and it has crept back up to only losing like 20, 25, and so I had about 15 pounds I wanted to shave off, at least 10, and to be honest, I expected them to kind of like just fall off fairly quickly when I put my mind to it this year, and that is not happening. And I was talking with a coworker today at work about this, and she said like she said something to me that made me feel good about myself. She says she's really impressed that I stay motivated even when my scale isn't moving. And I thought about that on my ride home today, and I was like, you know, she's right. Because she was saying when her scale doesn't move, she loses all motivation and just kind of like goes off the rails, like, what's this for? Why am I even trying? Whereas I don't typically do that, and she was asking me why. And so on my hour drive home, I was thinking about that. So as soon as I got home, I made some notes, and I'm going to share with you all today how I maintain my motivation when I am actively trying to lose weight and that's not happening. I narrowed it down to like 5 different focus points of what I think helps me maintain my motivation when the scale is not moving. And we all know how that can be frustrating. I'm not saying it doesn't frustrate me. It absolutely frustrates me, but I never just like throw in the towel when I see it not move. And I think the primary reason of that is I look at the big picture. The big picture for me was not necessarily just to hit a certain number on a scale. It really was to improve my health and fitness, not feeling tired if I was running or going up the stairs, that sort of thing. And that's what I focus on when I look at, well, the scale's not moving. Yeah, but I also look at, wow, you're lifting double the weight in the exercise program you used to lift 3 years ago. So I know I'm getting stronger. I know my back muscles, when I see photos of myself, I know my back is getting toned. So yes, I do not focus solely on the scale. I know it does not tell the whole picture. And if you want to believe that, just go search Nikki Gets Fit. She will show you many pictures where she's several different, or the same weight at several different times in her life. And you can look grossly different depending on where you are at that stage in life. So don't fixate on the scale, because 150 may look really, really big on someone, whereas a couple years later, if they were like toning up, 150 looks great. So don't focus on the number. Focus on the visual, focus on your health, that sort of thing. So that's my first thing, is not focusing. The scale number has never been my sole focus. So I do think that helps. If you're just focused on the scale, you may be in for a hard time keeping motivation. So try to find a different focus, even starting off your weight loss journey, or readjust it as you go. Okay, so that's my first tip for that. Number 2 is I set goals unrelated to a scale number. This is kind of related to number 1, but not really. So for instance, my goal may be like, I like to do my 30-day challenges. I did the bike one, and then I also have done an ab one. I didn't share that. I've done another one. I've done just where I work on my tonal for 30 days straight. I've done where I have walked my dogs like 3 days a week for so many weeks, that sort of thing, in the mornings. So just anything. So maybe you set your goal as to fit into an old pair of pants, or your measurements, you want to lose 1 inch on your legs. You know, any small goal helps me stay motivated. My goal, I think, for this month is, I used to be able to run like a 5K. I haven't done that in a while, and running really helps me shed the pounds, but I've been focused on lifting more. But this month I do think I'm going to try to incorporate running a little more to see if that helps me shed some pounds. So I'm just going to set an unrelated goal meaning to the scale. So a goal that is unrelated to the scale. That's my second tip. And the third thing I do when the scale isn't moving for me, I try to change things up. I never have changed my diet program except way back when it went from the green plan to personal points. I did stop Weight Watchers and go to calorie counting, but that wasn't because the scale wasn't moving. That was because I really, really hated personal points. But so change things up. I don't necessarily mean your whole diet plan or weight loss routine. However, I would suggest maybe if you're constantly walking, maybe try instead biking or try walking at a different time of the day. So if your exercise routine is so rigid, you're doing like the same thing every week, throw in some Pilates, throw in some, I don't know, weightlifting. Just change it up because I do think our body gets like used to stuff and then you don't burn as many calories. Your metabolism kind of gets used to that as your norm. So I highly suggest you switch up your exercise routine. Another thing you can do is switch up your foods. Say, for instance, if you're eating salads 6 days a week and you've been doing it for 3 or 4 months, your body may be getting used to that and maybe you need more calories a day. Maybe you've done too much of a deficit for so long. Maybe you could try focusing on more whole foods. You could try lower carb. You could try lower sugar. So when that scale stops moving, there's always a reason. And typically I feel that it's our body's way of compensating. That's just how I think of it. Whether that's hormonal or whatnot, who knows? But always just change something up a little and change it up long enough to give your body a chance. So for instance, if you're going to try to like cut out more sugars, do it for a month and see what happens. Don't do it for 1 week and say, oh, my scale didn't drop. It's not the sugar. It may be. So, and just change things up, exercise and food. My next thing that keeps me motivated is be honest with yourself and see where you can improve. Because I guarantee if that scale's not moving, you are not at a calorie deficit, at least a big enough one to see the change over time. Being honest with yourself could be, are you sleeping enough? Is your stress level high? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating more sugar than you should be? Are you truly tracking what you eat by weighing, by measuring, that sort of thing? So look at the areas where you can improve because I guarantee if you make improvements, that scale will start moving, especially if you do what I said previously and kind of change things up. And my last point that makes me maintain my motivation is I just give myself grace. Weight loss mode at this point in my life is not my top priority. Yes, I want it to happen because I want to feel better about myself. I want to look better in my clothes, that sort of thing. But it is not my number one priority right now. My number one priority right now is healthy relationships in my life and healthy work-life balance. So if that entails, going out to dinner with my husband and getting a cocktail, I'm going to do that. I'm going to prioritize that right now because that's the stage I am in my life. So I'm just realizing that and giving myself grace and doing the best I can. I know that's not the best to succeed in a weight loss program, but overall for me, that'll help with my stress and my day-to-day activity. So just have your priorities. If that is weight loss mode, then you still give yourself grace, but not as much grace as you would if it's not one of your top priorities in life at that stage. 3 years ago, weight loss mode was absolutely one of my top priorities. It was probably one of my top 2 priorities, but it was much easier back then because we were in COVID. No one was going anywhere. There was nothing to do, so not many social activities, whereas that's all changed now. So it is harder at this stage in life, but that's okay. So I hope these tips helped you to maintain your motivation. Even when that scale is not moving, just know that's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your season. It's not the end of your weight loss goals. It will move at some point as long as you stay motivated and keep trying. You just got to try. If it was easy, we'd all be running around super skinny. Okay, bye friends.
Rio says bye. Asher says bye. Asher, you say bye. Rio, you say bye.
No, you gotta go. No. Go lay down. Go.